happy and we're singing and we're coloring. Give me a high five.
All right, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, here with my brother Big Game James, and I know you probably gonna roast me about the internet already.
No, it's clear now. It cleared up.
Yeah.
It cleared up. You're
Clear?
good right
It's
now.
clear.
Yeah,
All
it's
right, all
clear.
right, so we looking good.
So,
Now, you know it's gonna be on the back of my mind because
I'm saying, but that's the Dallas
no,
Cowboys
either way,
helping
that's
you
the
out.
enemies.
That's the Cowboys helped you out right there. Appreciate it.
Cowboys Nation came through with the internet. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. They gotta go. They gotta band together and help run Jerry World. That thing runs off of probably like. I don't know how they run that thing year round, but either way, man, it's the beginning of the season. It's that James. This is it's here. It's here.
It's here.
Some people's their season started Thursday. Their teams play, but today is for you. Get to see your Dallas Cowboys play tonight. I get to see, obviously, the team that's gonna win the East gets to play.
No, they going down today. I gave y'all a win, but I think y'all gonna get upset today. Y'all getting upset today.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm seeing 30-13. That's what I'm saying. We came into this show so discombobulated. Usually we come in with topics. I'm just ready to talk that talk. It's season time and it's all logic out the window. But how are you feeling, James? How does it feel? We're finally here. It's game day, baby.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real, dog. I was being real low key with it, just like, okay, Cowboys season's here. It's, let's do it. But then once the NFL really, it's all games, Thursday, my juices were going. But then today, all the teams are playing. Dog, college football kind of set it off yesterday. I'm ready to get it, man. I'm excited about NFL football as a whole. It seems like it was forever. We did the off season felt like it was forever. So yeah, I'm ready to get it in. I'm ready for y'all to start 0-1, us start 1-0, and let's make it happen. Detroit is going to upset y'all today.
Yeah, man, my internet is annoying me right now. But yeah, I mean, look, this is where we prove it. We've said so many times on this show, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see, right? We've always ended not always, but some arguments end and we'll see what's about to happen. Well, now we get to see what's about to happen. Now all that, trash talk in the off season, all that, my team's better than your this guy's. Now it's time to show and prove. So this is probably the most excited I've been about a season, especially for my Eagles, in a long time. This is
because y'all been weak.
Everything's lining up. We got a lot to prove today.
Yes,
we
sure
haven't been weak. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to your family.
How y'all haven't been weak? Y'all had 2017. Y'all won the Super Bowl in 2017. 2018, you fell off. 2019, you fell off. Yep. 2020, what'd you do? Tell me.
Well, I mean, what did you guys
Talk
do?
to me.
What did you guys do? So
we didn't do. I ain't saying us.
I
ain't saying we've been doing nothing. But guess what? We've been going to playoffs though. I mean, y'all ain't been doing nothing since that 2017. That's why you fired your coach, big dog. So don't act like y'all been out there doing.
Trash. Y'all been trash.
We ain't been trash. Now I'm gonna just sit there and say, you won the Super Bowl in 2017, right, with Doug Peterson, right? Where's he coaching now? Jacksonville, right? He's coaching in Jacksonville. So that means from 2017.
But we went to the playoffs.
Hold up. Right, but what I'm saying is y'all won the Super Bowl, and then y'all went to shambles right after that. Shambles. Y'all just got back together last year. Y'all went in shambles. That's why y'all fired him. But that's why y'all fired him. Right?
But it was for 1 year. It was like, all right. So the end of Doug Peterson was rough. The last 2 years, but to say shambles, I don't know. That's a bit strong. That's a bit strong.
Why'd y'all fire him then?
Shambles. I would say that we, fell off for 2 years.
You tell me why y'all fired Doug Peterson.
Because he wasn't the guy that how we wanted. We
wanted
to go in a younger direction. I feel like we wanted to go in the younger direction. He wasn't a coach that wanted to do that. I know it doesn't really make sense now because he's with the Jaguars, who are a young team and kind of the same direction that we're going in now. But I don't know. I really don't realistically know. But it is what it is. We here now. You know what I'm saying? And this team now ain't gonna be sorry. This team now.
That's what you hoping. That's what you hoping. So you hoping that you praying and hoping that because you got the all-star team right now.
At this point, we all hope.
No, you hoping because you guys got the all-star team. Because Howard, what's his last name? Is it Roseman? Howie Roseman. And by the way, I like your GM. I'm not hating on your GM.
Roseman, yeah,
I like
Roseman.
how he's aggressive. So I'm not hating on him at all. But what I'm saying is he went out there and got all them people, right? And I know you Eagles been trying to back up from the all-star talk, but you better win this year, right? Because if you don't win, I don't care what you be talking about, how we'll be all right. We only signed these guys to little contracts. We'll be all right. No, it's going to be an epic failure if you guys flop this year. Not us, because Dallas ain't even talking this year. Nobody's talking about Dallas going to the Super Bowl. Nobody's talking about Dallas doing anything. They're talking about your Eagles doing everything. They're talking about your Eagles going to championship. They're talking about your Eagles going to Super Bowl. So if you guys flop, you guys miss the playoffs, you guys have more drama than we do. Facts.
I mean, yes and no. It's gonna. As far as the fan base goes, we're gonna be set. But if we fly, define flop. Like, are we talking about
just
not making the playoffs?
Don't make the playoffs.
Totally terrible.
If you don't make the playoffs, no. If you don't make the playoffs at all,
we would be mad about that any year.
But no. If you got all these players,
be mad about that any year.
No. You might be mad about it any year, but this year you're going to be especially mad getting A.J. Brown, getting Hassan Reddick, drafting Jordan Davis, getting your boy, the other linebacker from Georgia, Nakobe Dean, adding these additions, doing all this stuff. You just got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. You added James Bradbury. Y'all trying to put it all together now. So if you guys epically flop and don't make the playoffs, it's going to be heads rolling over there. Yes, it is. Ain't going to be heads really rolling over in Dallas because we already understand what it is.
We would have to be terrible. We would have to be absolutely terrible. I think a lot of Eagles fans and the brass know this is still another, I won't say rebuilding or retooling, but we're still building. This isn't the final product in a lot of people's eyes. We have a very good team right now.
Y'all throwing all your chips in there.
Super Bowl with this team. I don't.
You don't, but you don't feel like
again. Okay, yes and no. I can't really say we are because we still have holes.
Where are your holes at in your opinion?
Because you look at AJ Brown. Well, all right. You look at safety is still a question mark, even though we got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He's a young player, 1, and 2, a lot of his snaps came from the slot position. So did we get a cornerback or did we? A lot of people kind of roasted me for saying this on Woodward the other day, but are we getting a cornerback or are we getting a safety? That's a question, right? Our running back core. I mean, we had the number 1 running team last year, but I see Rome in the chat. He'll tell you quickly that it was mostly because of Jalen Hurts, right? So we all understand that. So what are these other guys going to do? Is Miles Sanders going to stay healthy? Is Boston Scott going to take another step? Is Kenny Gainwell going to take a big step in year 2? So there's a lot of question marks there. Jalen Hurts is still the biggest question mark, right? So I mean, at the end of the day,
but he got y'all to the playoffs last year. The whole point is
AJ Brown.
Go ahead, keep going. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, no, you good. Yeah, I mean, he did, and we want to see another step. But if he's trash individually, I think that Eagles fans understand we have a recourse. Like, there's another option after this season. Like, at worst, we're the same team that we were last year. And if we're worse than that, we'll be mad. But we will be mad any year about that. You know, I don't think this year is any different in expectations wise.
Okay, but when you say about Dallas, remember when you had been talking to me, this might be an epic blow up if Dallas don't make it. What's up, everybody in the chat? Keep on jumping in here. We appreciate y'all. You said big game. Hey, if it messes up this year, it could be a blow up. All I said was we already understand that because we understand how the Cowboys work. So we already understand Sean Payton is in. Hold up. We already understand.
I want you to say that again. Again because there's a lot of Cowboys fans that were against me saying that the other day.
Saying what?
I said that on I said that in one of my. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
I said that in one of my interviews. I had Thomas Mott on, and we were talking kind of about the Cowboys. Yes, you guys.
Yeah, like y'all always do. Like y'all always do. We don't ever talk about you Eagles, but you always talk about us. Show ain't even about us, and you still talking about
When you
us.
talk about the East, you got
it. I never talk about the Eagles.
You got it.
I never talk about the Eagles, Joe.
Yes, y'all do.
No, I don't.
Y'all love us. Y'all love to hate us. But either way, no,
Joe,
real talk.
Hold up. Stop. Before you finish that, Joe, do you ever see me talking about your Eagles on my Twitter?
Yes and
Thank you.
Yes,
now
I see a lot. I see
you don't never hear me talking about your Eagles. Stop it.
I see people goat you into conversations, James. I've
Bring me in
definitely
it,
seen
but I ain't never talking
yeah,
about y'all because
exactly.
y'all not
That's why I
worthy.
say yes and
Y'all
no.
not worthy
Yeah,
to me.
that's why I say yes and no. But you
Mhm.
definitely get into that
Okay.
conversation. So we go, you know, you love
Okay.
the Eagles.
All right.
Like,
Go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish,
but
Joe.
no. A lot of people, a lot of Cowboys fans were telling me that I was wrong for saying that. That I feel like if you guys have a bad year, you know, not make the playoffs, kind of like you said about us. But I think that you guys will have more repercussions than the Eagles will. I think you guys would blow your team up. That not necessarily a yard sale of all your players, but you're going to be in rebuild mode if you guys don't make.
No,
that
we're not going to
playoff.
be in rebuild mode. We're just going to fire the coach and get a new coach, Sean Payton. How's it rebuild mode?
I don't know. I don't know if that's like putting in solid stone
Bro,
that you guys are going to get Sean Payton.
Now
What if
you
he
now
doesn't want to
you
come back?
are you serious?
What if
Are
he
you
doesn't?
serious, Joe?
What if
Joe,
he
are
doesn't?
you
Did he
serious? You
sign a
really think
contract
he's going
already?
to stay in the booth, take 1 year off, and Sean Payton going to stay in the booth and ain't going to coach no more? You lying to yourself right now. You know daggone well that
It's a
that's not true.
possibility.
And if Mike McCarthy loses, the only thing that's getting blown up is him. He's fired. They're going to see how much draft capital on whatever it's going to cost to get Sean Payton in the building. But the team ain't getting blown up. We still keeping all our players. You're not cutting players or anything like that. You just getting rid of your coach. So don't do that, Joe. We understand this. Ain't nobody talking about Dallas this year. Ain't nobody talking about Dallas going to Super Bowl. As I keep saying, they keep talking about y'all at Super Bowl. They keep talking about y'all winning in the East. They keep talking about y'all. You know why? Because y'all was hella aggressive. Y'all went out and got them players. Why? Because y'all want to beat us. Now, if we sweep y'all again and win the East, that's an epic failure because we done beat y'all 3 times. Hold up, Joe. Oh, now listen.
I'm gonna let you go.
Now we won 3 in a row against y'all, and 2 were real games. 2 were real games. One wasn't. I don't count that last game of the season. I won't count that. But 2 were real games, and y'all got smacked both of them games. So y'all have to win. The pressure is on y'all, not Dallas.
I agree that there's definitely pressure on us, but I think that we're at both different. And people keep saying that the Dallas Cowboys have a younger roster. It's by literally like 0.3%, like years.
But you
like,
said we was old. You said we was old, James.
I mean, but you guys said we were
James.
old. Like,
I said I'm talking to myself third person right now. You said we was old, Joe. Joe.
But look, I see everybody come up and say, "Oh, that they're young, they're the youngest here."
We are young.
It's so close, but it's so close. It's
you said we was old though,
I don't
Joe.
even think that's an arguing point.
You said we was old though,
I did,
Joe.
but it is what it is.
I had to correct
you.
you.
It is what it is. I was wrong. I was wrong. You have some older players though. You have some older key players, as do we, and you have players. And I'll double down on what I said about Dak.
Double down.
At the end of the day, he's 29 years old. He's going to turn 30. If you guys do not Dak Dakota Rain Prescott or Rain Dakota, I forget how it goes. him, Purple Rain Dakota Prescott.
It's the Purple Rain.
He is about to be 30 years old. If you guys do not make the playoffs, you have to make a decision about him.
No, you don't.
About Zeke.
You don't have to make no decision about him.
You do.
No, you don't.
You're gonna give these guys big money after you know you're gonna have to pay Micah Parsons. You're gonna have to pay Trayvon Diggs. You're gonna have to pay most of these defensive.
So I'm gonna have to bring this up to you right now, Joe. That Dak Prescott is currently ranked, I think, 8th in highest paid quarterbacks right now because all these other guys are trumping him. Lamar Jackson is right around the corner. These other guys are right around the corner. Justin Herbert. It's not going to even be a big deal for Dak Prescott with the money. So you can't even throw Dak Prescott in the mix because he's not going to be the highest paid quarterback because these other quarterbacks are trumping him. So what are you talking about with that?
But that's going to be – I'm not talking about biggest money. At the end of the day, you're still putting a big percentage of your cap space towards your quarterback. So, like, my thing is the formula as of late outside of certain teams, right, the success is that you get a young quarterback on a small deal. Dak is not that anymore. And you guys are cheap. And that's what you guys have been complaining about this whole
We are cheap.
My thinking is you guys are cheap. If he looks at his team and says, Dak hasn't brought me to where I want to go, it's time to build a team that can. Why is it so crazy for me to say that Jerry Jones might just say, let's blow this thing up and let's try and go all in because I only got so many years. I mean, the man's like 97
No.
years old. He's
See,
gotta,
here's the thing. See, that's the thing. I know my team more than you do. See, that's the thing.
obviously.
Just like you know your team more than I do. So I could jump out there and say, you said big game, you lying because you don't know the team. See, I can sit there and say, Joe, you lying. The team is not going to get blown up because Dak is not 37. 38. That's when you say blow it up. He's 29. He just turned 29. And I told you, when you're an NFL player, Joe, let's say if you come out of college, right, 21, 22, right, your first contract, your second contract is when they're saying you're in your prime years, right? Your second contract is your prime years. Dak is in his prime years. You do not hear a quarterback being old at 29 years old. They say quarterbacks start getting old around 35, 36. That's when they say the quarterback is probably starting to get old. So you cannot tell me Dak Prescott, they're going to blow it up, cut Dak Prescott after this damn year. You said Dak Prescott's about to get. Yeah, you did. You just said Dak Prescott. No, they're going to blow it up. Dak Prescott. No, he's not.
My thing is, if you're looking at a team, if you're looking at your team and saying, now I'm trying to be fiscally responsible, even you look at Stephen Jones, right? You call him baby nuts, right? He doesn't like to spend money. He is baby nuts. If he's trying to be fiscally responsible, is it fiscally responsible knowing that you have a lot of big contracts coming up on the defensive side, where defense is what's really winning you games at this point?
Y'all made it work
this year.
You made it work.
We did.
Y'all
we did.
Okay, so why can't we?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's no possibility. I'm just saying, if you guys don't live up to expectations, I think that your drastic measures are far more drastic than what the Eagles will do. Like,
I don't believe that.
At the most, I think the Eagles at the most will get rid of. No, at the most, the Eagles are going to get rid of Jalen Hurts. That's the most that they'll do. Maybe their defensive coordinator, but I think that'll be his choice.
Right. So here's the thing. So how is that not rebuild if you get rid of Jalen Hurts and then you go on the draft
a whole new coaching staff?
Okay,
you're talking about getting a whole new coaching staff.
We're not getting a whole new coaching staff because, first of all, if they don't get Sean Payton, Dan Quinn might be the coach. So how is that a whole new coaching staff?
That's true. That's an option too. But you sounded dead set on Sean Payton. You sounded dead set on Sean Payton.
I'm just saying for the Joneses, that will be their biggest reach to say, hey, we're bringing Sean Payton in to coincide with Dan Quinn. But if they don't bring Sean Payton in because he costs a lot of money in draft picks, they're going to anoint Dan Quinn unless Kellen Moore goes crazy. So it's going to be internal. My thing with you, though, you guys are going to get more blown up than us. You keep on talking about we're going to get blown up. We'll just maneuver coaches. You talking about if Jalen Hurts doesn't do it with your all-star team, you get rid of Jalen Hurts. So who you going after if you get rid of Jalen Hurts? You're going to be starting over because you're going in the draft and you're going to go with the unproven quarterback. You guys are more in rebuild mode than us. Go ahead and answer it, Joe.
I don't know. I'm waiting. I don't see it.
I'm waiting, Joe.
I think moving on from somebody like a Jalen Hurts is not. This team is built. This team is a very good team, and I think that you look at how it's built.
Quarterback, Joe. Answer that question, Joe.
But my thing is, you can win games with Gardner Minshew. If Jalen Hurts is bad, he's going to be very bad.
You are lying to yourself, and you think Gordon Minshew is taking you anywhere. You're lying.
I'm not saying he's taking me anywhere. I said you could win games with Gardner Minshew. You can make if Jalen Hurts is what everybody expects, if Jalen Hurts is what everybody says he is, the guy with no arm can't play quarterback, right? Which we'll see this year. This is the prove it year. If he's that bad, we made it to the playoffs with a player that bad. So you get a guy in the draft or in free agency, whether it's a Jimmy G, you feel like you're a Jimmy G away. There's a lot of possibilities at quarterback right now for us. I'm not saying it's him. I'm not saying it's him. I'm just saying that there's options. So you got the dog going now. But you know, there's options
because the dog knows I'm telling the truth.
The dog's a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, so they Bucks fans out here. You know what I'm saying? They Bucks fans.
I understand it from my perspective, though, Joe. If Jalen Hurts does not do it right, are you going to go to free agency or are you going to go through the draft? Here's the thing, Joe. If Jalen Hurts doesn't do it, and let's say you get rid of him, right? Are you going through the draft or are you going to go get somebody in free agency? Because if you go through the draft, you're dealing with a rookie. Doesn't matter what you have on your offense or defense, veteran players, you're dealing with a rookie quarterback. Are y'all willing to go through that? because I'm sorry, I'm not giving y'all props and thinking you guys are going to win the division because you got a rookie quarterback. So explain that to me, Joe. If you get rid of Jalen Hurts, where y'all going?
I mean, obviously, the first thought process with all the draft capital that you have is that you go into the draft, right? That's kind of my first thought process. But knowing Howie Roseman, there's going to be 2 weeks ago, we didn't know that Chauncey Gardner Johnson was on the trade block. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a Philadelphia Eagle. Obviously, the quarterback situation's a lot different when it comes to assets and how those trades work. But I do believe that Howie Roseman, if necessary, will find a way to fix that issue. And I know that's a cop out. That is a cop out. I'm not going to sit here and act like that's the best answer, but it is what it is. That's what he's going to do. We've grown accustomed to that. We went from Wentz, which was eating a lot of dead money that hurt us a lot. We went from that to Hurts, which isn't the greatest of options in the world, but he's growing and he might become our best option. So that's the only thing that I look at and be like, if Jalen Hurts doesn't work out, we have a big question to answer in the offseason. But outside of that, this team is built. So it's not like we have to go into, I want safeties, I want cornerbacks, but now we have young safeties. So I don't know. I think that we have a team built good enough that we don't have to really worry about, is Jalen Hurts going to be the next coming of Patrick Mahomes or this or that? Right. And that's a situation we can worry about mid-season or towards the end of the year. And like I said, we can win games with a bevy of quarterbacks. This is a good team. And I think that's what can't get lost, because a lot of times, a lot of arguments just become, well, you have Jalen Hurts, and don't get lost that we have a very good team as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in here acting like the Cowboys are just better because they have Dak. That hasn't proven to be the case. I'm sorry. Like, that's just how it is.
In the East, it has.
Not necessarily in the past 2 years, but we just
okay, but he got drafted in 2016, right? He won the East in 2016. Did we win the East in 2018, or did y'all?
2018, I believe you guys did.
Okay, thank you. And okay, he did. And then in 2021, did he win the East?
But what does that matter? My thing
I know it don't matter, Joe, but what I'm saying is
what
you
has
keep
he done in the grand scheme of things?
You're right. I'm talking about playoffs. I get it. You're right. I don't disagree with you. I don't. Okay? But what I'm saying is he's been drafted in 2016. He won the East in 2016, 2018, and 2021. So don't act like y'all been over there dogging the East and running shop over there since he's been in the division. So don't do that.
Super Bowl. We got a chance when we.
You got one Super Bowl, but it wasn't with Jalen Hurts. It was Carson Wentz, and you hate him.
We made it something. That's all I'm trying to say.
But
we turned our playoff.
But it's funny how you talk about. It's just funny how I listen to how y'all talk about Carson Wentz. Blah blah blah. Y'all was all on Carson Wentz, loving him. Now you hate him. You personally just can't stand him, right? But he's the one that got you where you need to go. But he ain't winning.
I was like that from the Cincinnati. You can go, YouTube is a great thing because we can go back. From the Cincinnati Bengals game that we tied them boys. I was saying that boy needs to go, that man needs to go. I don't care. I did not care. I was the first person telling people that man had to go. It's all about the game. If he's good, if Jalen Hurts is good, I'm cool with it. If not, then we're going to have to deal with that. But at the end of the day, we have all the assets. We have not all the assets, but we have the assets that we can go ahead and take care of that. We also have the cap space now coming in next year that it's not going to be a big deal if we do want to go get a veteran. Like we can explore all options, and that's what you want from your team. If Jalen Hurts is that guy, it makes everything way easier for the Philadelphia Eagles. If he's not, we're in a position to fix that, situation. But you got a $10 super chat if you want to read that off.
Yeah, I'm going to read that. But first of all, before I read any of that, I'm going to attack William Anthony right here. I ain't attacking you. I'm going right there when you said BJJ is wrong, won Super Bowl with Nick Foles. I know that, damn it. I know who Nick Foles is. I know he won the Super Bowl. But Carson Wentz got him there, and Nick Foles won it. So I ain't wrong. So don't sit there and tell me I'm wrong. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Get out of here with that. Now I'm going to read my super chat. Okay? Where's that super chat at? Oh, there it is. I'm going to read it. Okay, I'm going to read it now. Now I'm going to read it. William Anthony from BWE Ultra Nuclear MAGA Republican. Ooh, that's a long-ass name. Take that $10 holla. Happy football day, fellas. Let's go with the win. BGJ 27, Dallas 27, Tampa 19. I'm sorry. I don't agree with you with that. I'm gonna go ahead and take the super chat. I appreciate you, but I'm not saying Cowboys scoring 27 points. Don't agree with that at all. I said the Cowboys are barely gonna get 20 points because the offense is suspect. But I did change it now, Joe. Remember I said we were gonna start 0-2? I did change it a little bit, Joe. I said the Cowboys are going to do the upset 2017 because I think Kayvonte Turpin, who me and you talked about with Dante Hall with the comparison, right? I think he's going to get a lot of big return yards and he's going to be the guy. If Kellen Moore really exposes him in this game, Cowboys win 2017. That's where I'm going. And the Cowboys are going to struggle to get points because their offense is suspect. So where y'all talking about 30, 35, 38 points from the Cowboys, I'm sorry, I do not agree with that at all. Period.
It's gonna be an interesting week one. I really cannot wait. So all right, we'll calm down a little bit and we'll talk.
No, I
That
ain't
was
calming
fun.
down. I'm not calming down.
James. We're
No,
gonna calm down.
you
bro.
can calm down. I'm not calming down. I'm having a good time. Nobody's gonna tell me to calm down at all today. I'm having a good time. I'm excited about I'm excited about the NFL today. So none of y'all gonna tell me to calm down. So y'all tell me to calm down, you calm down. I'm hyped today. So I'm not calming down for nothing. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I respect that. So let's
get in these
forward,
matchups.
That's what I was gonna say. We'll fast forward to the matchups a little bit. Obviously, I guess we'll start with the Eagles because they do play first, and that's a beautiful thing. We got 1:00 against Dallas Cowboys. I mean, against Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions.
Look at see, we stay on your mind.
We
Good
just
God,
gotta
we
play.
stay on
We
your
just
mind.
got it. We should be the first game of the
Detroit.
year. But no, yeah, we got Detroit.
Okay.
And look, I think I've said it. I was on Woodward like
It's
couple
gonna be a
days ago
battle.
talking to those guys. I think it's going to be a lot harder of a matchup than they think it's going to be. Because when I went on their show, they were like, "Oh, it's going to be easy. You guys are going to whoop our tail." They have some injuries. They're injured on the front line, so they got I believe Frank Ragnow is his name. Their offensive center, I believe, and then their guard is hurt as well. So if that's the case, I think it will be a little bit easier for us, or it should be easier for us. You know, they do have some guys out there offensively. Obviously, their wide receiver. Oh man, wow! I just got a text. I'm gonna tell you that afterwards. It's good. Oh, that sucks. But anyways, so what was I saying?
You said talking about Detroit.
Oh yeah. So
oh,
Detroit,
was it that bad of a text? I'm concerned now.
It has to. Yeah,
Okay.
it has to do with your Cowboys, and I'll tell you after. Maybe
Oh gosh. Oh boy.
But yeah. But anyways, yeah. So they do have some guys on that offense that does kind of pose some threat, right? I'm not afraid of Jared Goff, but he is a decent quarterback if given time. If he has enough time in that pocket, he's going to be able to make some good throws. And then you look at the running back situation. They got a couple good running backs. You know, Swift. I believe they got Jamal Williams, if I'm not mistaken, his name is. And I know they got a young dude that they like. And then their wide receiver, they got Amon St. Ra. He's pretty good. Other than that, I'm not too worried about it. They got Tyler. Is it Tyler Hawkinson? Something Hawkinson.
Oh, TJ Hawkinson. He's a tight end. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
They got DJ Chark in free agency. Yeah. Keep an eye on him. He hasn't been the guy that they thought he was going to be in Jacksonville, but keep your eye on him. St. Brown, I believe, came from Notre Dame. He's on the squad now. So honestly, I'm gonna just keep it real. From the offensive side, they're going to be offensively challenged. They got some, like you said, they got some injuries along the line, so that's really going to hurt them. And when you look at the defense, it's not something that's great, right? The cornerback situation, not good. Safeties, I mean, when you look at the team, you say this should be a blowout. But the only reason why I'm saying it could be an upset because that guy Campbell, I think the team really believes in him. I think they really follow him. And I think this will be the best chance because Campbell coaches them up. They will win games that they shouldn't win because of the coaching. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like those players really believe in him. But it wouldn't, like I said, it's good, but it's a lot of injuries. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so exactly. I'm just hoping that I'm throwing out there the upset, but I don't really think it's going to happen. I'm throwing out there the upset. I hope Detroit has the upset, but I don't really believe it's going to happen. I feel like it's going to be more of a blowout on Philly's side because they do have a lot of injuries. They have a lot of unproven players on the Detroit side. They don't have a lot of offense that really scheme to really be able to score a lot of points. And, I think your defense is more put together together than their offense. So I think this cause problems. And I feel like Jalen Hurts is good enough to beat the Detroit Lions by himself. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I think the only way we realistically lose this game is if we're just overlooking these guys. That's that's really
Overlooking them
them
penalties, turnovers. That's how it really happens.
Yeah, sloppiness. So yeah, I agree with it. Everybody's over here. Now y'all know my job. You know my job. I have to work with some of these guys, but either way. So only way we're losing this game is if we overlook them. I really don't see anything. We need to make a statement. That's really what I need from the Philadelphia Eagles. I need them to go out there, make a statement, and just do their thing, man. Do their thing. But we'll get on to Cowboys. I don't know. I think you guys are gonna get blown out if I'm being 100%.
No, we're not getting blown out. You're crazy. You're dumb. Why do you think we're getting blown out? Tell me why. No, I want to hear your reasons why you think the Dallas Cowboys are getting blown out tonight.
All right, I just don't think your offense is going to do anything, if I'm being real.
Okay, I don't think our offense is going to do anything. But our defense, we got a really good defense, though. Look at Tampa Bay. But see, you're talking about Tampa Bay. What makes you think Tampa Bay is so great right now?
It's not even about Tampa Bay being so great. I just think that if it comes down to, which a lot of your games have, I think like the first week last week, or last year, didn't it come down to like a last possession type thing? You were down by one.
Not really. I mean, we won 12 games. We won 12 games. Not really.
We're not gonna talk about that game.
No, we ain't gonna talk about that. We won 12 games. And when we banged with them last year, we should have won the game. We had them. We had the lead, and Tom Brady took them down at the end. But guess what, Joe? They're missing their center, Ryan Jensen, who was an All-Pro. He's out for the season. They have a new backup center who played all of how many games last year? They have right guard who is a rookie. They brought Shaq Mason from the Patriots. He's new. Tristan Wirfs, we understand it, but their line is in flux. Leonard Fournette, ain't nobody scared of him in the running game. Tom Brady is 45 years old. Hold up.
If it comes down to just your defense, you're not going to be able to score. That's why I'm saying your offense ain't going to do nothing. That's why I'm saying that. Like at the end of the day, if it comes down to Tom Brady needing to score, I think he can still score on your defense. Your defense is not the 85 Bears. Like, you guys aren't like the shutdown.
Okay, but we'll look at their offense. Who do they have on offense that you're going to sit there and say they're going to kill us and take them down the field? Leonard Fournette?
If Godwin is playing, he's a healthy. I think he's
okay. We got Trevor Diggs who's guard him.
Okay, you got Mike Evans. You got Cameron Bate. You got what's the old boy they just got from? What's the old boy they just got from the Falcons? They just got a wide receiver from the Falcons. I forget his name. Oh, did your internet crack? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Did James' internet crap out? Oh, we was talking all that junk last week. Oh, we got we going to do this. So last week when my internet crapped out, if you guys watched, he talked a lot of junk about how the Cowboys was this, the Cowboys was that. It looks like his internet just crapped out. So we're going to talk a little bit of Eagles real quick. I know we got 125 people in the chat. I know some of y'all, most of y'all is on that Dallas side. So how y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Let's go through this chat. What y'all really got to say? Y'all been saying Russell Gage. That's who it was. Thank you. He's not playing, but still, he's going to look. All right, you're telling me Chris Godwin. You're telling me Tom Brady, Chris Godwin, Cameron Brate. Do they still got OJ Howard? They have an offense. That's what they build upon. Oh, we got James back. All right, we got James.
Bring me back. Are we back? See you clouding me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, shoe on the other foot. That Cowboys internet, man. You know what I said? That Cowboys internet, man. We got to get that fixed, brother. We got to get that fixed. You know what I said? What I do now when I'm at home is I plug it in. That's what your chat was telling me last week. So we learned. That was funny. That was perfect. But no, the point I was trying to make, the point I was realistically trying to make is that if I have to say it's gonna be
did he freeze now? He's freezing now.
I'm not frozen. I shouldn't be frozen.
Oh,
do you hear me?
Okay. Just making sure.
You hear me?
Okay,
good?
You're good.
Okay.
Good. Just making sure.
Yeah. So you trying to throw me off.
I'm still freezing still. I'm just throwing you off. My bad. My Cowboys internet acting goofy.
Yes, it is what it is. But not like if it comes down to one thing, if it's coming down to a close game, I'm taking Tom Brady. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I hate you guys.
Okay.
So that adds like another 3 points. So if I had to say that you guys are going to lose by 3.
I don't want to hear all that because at the end.
Right? Did he freeze up again? Damn, James, did he freeze up again? This
I
is
mean,
I mean
it's my Cowboys internet. It's acting up. Yeah, I'm saying
I,
my Cowboys internet acting up because you threw a hex on my stuff. You threw a hex on my
hey,
stuff.
I thought my
Yeah, you
internet was
sent
gonna
it through
go
the
crazy
Wi-Fi.
today.
You sent a link. You sent a link to my stuff to mess my stuff up. That's what you did.
It's not my fault. Sometimes you got to do some things. This is how it's going to look. And you guys are playing in Dallas this week, right? You guys aren't playing in Tampa. This is how it's going to look in
That's why we're
Tampa.
going to beat them too.
I mean, in Dallas.
We
This is
almost
how
beat them in Tampa last year, though. Joe, we almost beat them in Tampa
I
last
really don't
year.
see y'all beating them. I really don't see y'all. But let me ask you this question. All
Okay.
jokes aside,
Okay.
if you do win, what does that mean? And if you do lose, what do you think that means? Like, what can you learn from this game? Like, realistically, what are Dallas Cowboy fans watching this game and saying, "I want to see this. This tells me this." You know?
Okay, from my perspective, if we lose, I don't think we're all tripping because a lot of people had us losing anyway. Let's keep it real. So I don't think this the forecast from Dallas or anything else. I think if we do win, it's a big confidence booster to the offense because I feel like Dallas came in already feeling like we felt like we had a good defense. It's different
Yeah.
from last year. Last year we felt the offense was ready and the defense was not. This year we feel the defense is ready and the offense has got to step up. So if we come out of this game, let's say Dallas scores 30 points, which I do not believe they're going to score 30 points because they're going to be offensively challenged. I agree with you. I feel like the Cowboys will be offensively challenged. I feel like they will barely score 20 points. It could be a 17 to 14 game, but I feel like the defense will really help that. But I feel like if the Dallas Cowboys pull this game out, number one, it will be a confidence booster for the team because number one, you beat a top team, you beat a Tom Brady, and you were offensively challenged coming in this game. You have CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, Jalen Tolbert, your third round draft pick, may be inactive this game. So you might be going with Simi Fehoko, Kavontae Turpin. You might be going with those guys. So if you're going with that, Tyler Smith is a rookie starting at your left tackle. Colin McGovern is your left guard, who people are a lot really frustrated about that. So with all those influxes on the offense, if they pull this game out, you would say you feel good as a Cowboys fan and maybe as a staff because you had a lot of question marks going on the offense. And I want to as well. Dallas's offense did not do anything in the preseason. Their first team offense did not do anything in the preseason. Really didn't play any first team defense. So what I'm worried about is penalties. Dallas was the highest penalty team last year. They were ranked 32nd, dead last in penalty yards. They were ranked 31st. So I worry about the continuity, right? Because you didn't roll with your first team. So I worry about the penalties being a big problem in this game. So if the Dallas Cowboys pull this game out with all those kind of things are behind us, I think the Cowboys feel good because you look at the offense being challenged and you beat a Tampa team who's still a good team. You feel good going in.
Yeah. I mean, look, like I said, that's all I'm trying to say is that your offense ain't what it used to be. I think
And
that'll be a
I
good
agree with
game.
that. I've never
Yeah.
ran away from that, Joe. I've never ran away with
You
that
just
with
think your
you.
defense is going to win this game for you guys. Is basically
It's
what
gotta
you're
it's
where you're
gotta
at.
win because the defense has to win this game for us because that's our calling card for right now because of the unknown on the offense. The defense has to. And then understand this, Joe. This is year two, right? This is year two to Quinn, and you added more players. So you would
Yeah.
feel like we could go ahead and trump this. Now, I will say there's a big injury on front. J-Ron Curse, our safety, who is our leader, the green dot guy, came out of nowhere, has been that guy. He has a neck injury, and he hasn't practiced all week. He may be out this game. That's going to be huge, in my opinion, Joe, because he was one of our leaders, our vocal leaders, and a lot of people fed off him. The players fed off of him. So if he's not able to play, I am concerned about that. And whenever you have a neck injury, and the biggest thing with me is they didn't even talk about this, Joe, the whole year, the whole offseason. They said nothing about his neck injury. Now all of a sudden his neck injury comes up. So I'm very concerned because when a team does not mention the injury and does not say anything
And it
about it,
pops out.
that's more bigger concern when they jump out there and say, "Oh, he's okay, he's good. It's just a little precautionary thing. We're gonna hold him out." But when they don't say nothing about the injury and then he shows up, doesn't play, that causes a lot of concern for me in the long run. So I am looking at that.
Yeah. And you guys just re-signed him this offseason, right?
Yes, we did, but it wasn't a crazy
Yeah.
contract because Stephen Jones, he cheap as hell, so they didn't sign no crazy contract, so it ain't killing them in that way. But to me, I am concerned. Anytime you have a neck injury, I'm always concerned in football.
Yeah, and I feel you. That's crazy. Yeah, and I did see that you posted that. So was it a lingering thing? Was that you're talking like this was
I never
severe,
actually
or
no, I never heard of it. Like he had no problems. I never heard of no neck injury at all. And so for them to bring it up and come out of nowhere, it kind of concerned me. Oh, let me give a shout. Hey, let me give a shout out, Joe, to Mr. Philip Ellis. I want to give you a personal shout out, Mr. Philip Ellis. I want to give you a personal shout out, Mr. Philip Ellis. We're even going to put you up here because you are a stalker. And I am going to call you out. Lord forgive me. You're a stalker. You say you don't like you talk all this trash about my page every time. You always talking trash about my page, but I always see you in my comments. I always see you in my community page, and now you're in the show. So that lets me know you're a lover and not a hater.
welcome?
So stop talking trash about Big Game James and his page because you're always in my community page, and now you're in the comments. You love my page, and stop acting like you hate it. You love it. Stop it. You're a stalker, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Just like Big James loves the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Just like
I don't love you Eagles at all. But I had to call Philip because he always be acting like he hated on my page, but he's always in my community page. And now you're in the comments. You love my page, bro. Stop hating.
You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Taking the time.
Hey, I love it.
It's engagement though. We appreciate it.
I love the haters. I don't care.
At the end of the day,
sorry.
He's probably a Dallas fan. Everybody saying undercover.
Dallas he's a Dallas fan, but he's a Dallas fan. But it's just like he's always in my community page, always hating. But you making a comment every daggone time, bro. You love it. Cut it out.
That's what it is. So
hey, easy, Swain. Don't be telling my Joe to shut up, bro. Don't tell Swain. Swain, I'm gonna block you, bro. You gonna get up out of here. You're not gonna be talking no truth. Yeah, you're not gonna. No, you're not gonna be in my page talking about that. So we're gonna remove you. I'm gonna go ahead and put you in timeout. Ain't no wilder. You're not gonna be talking no trash about my dog Joe. That's my boy. Even though he an Eagles fan, that's my boy. You ain't gonna be talking back and forth, talking trash about him. You out of here. Get him. That's how we do it over here, big dog.
What happens when what's this actually the you know what I'm saying? The game.
We ain't worried about that. You feel me? We ain't gonna be having disrespect to my dog on here. He been talking trash the whole damn time. We ain't gonna disrespect my dog.
But other than the Eagles and Cowboys, are there any other games you trying to look at? Because honestly, I honestly haven't even looked at this schedule to really sit here and be like, I care about any of the other games. But is there any other games you got your eye on? Like I'm just looking at the NFC East to keep it 100. If I'm being 100%,
I'm looking at the East, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't looking at nobody else either, Joe. I'm looking at the East. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the East more than anything else. Hold on. You blocked who? You did. Oh, I didn't mean to block you, babe. I'm sorry. I blocked my boo thing.
You blocked your girlfriend.
Yeah, I blocked my girl. She said, you blocked me.
Yeah, I get beat up live on air.
Oh, okay. My bad, babe. Let me get her out of here.
People saying red zone till tonight. I feel that. I don't know. I can't do the red zone. I can't do it. I have.
I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean to do you. I'm a bad dog.
That's grimy, bro.
I put my boo thing out. She jumped over like, you blocked me. I said, I didn't mean to, boo. Boo is the moderator. She's my boo thing. So I love you, boo. But hey, all y'all, if Swain's still in here, get him out of here, y'all. Just letting you know. But no, Joe, I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm just concerned about the East. You feel me? Because it's more poignant right now. When we look at the whole trajectory of the NFC, let's keep it real. Dallas and Philly is right there. The East is not tough. There's no superstar team in the East. You saw what they did, right? They took in that Buffalo game. So we ain't looking at the Rams. They won a Super Bowl. They just got smacked. So who else? San Fran? No. There's nobody in the NFC that's sitting there saying they're the guys. So the NFC is open. So This is the prime time to take your time and run it because there's no dominant team in the NFC. Would you agree?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I've said that. And I did a whole video after that game. And you gotta somehow relate everything that happens in football back to your team. So I was like, this is how we won from that Thursday night game. And that was the biggest reason, is that now we know that Bills are beatable. I mean, not the Bills, excuse me. The Rams are beatable. They are definitely beatable. They're not the team that a lot of people think that they are or that they were last year. So I think that they obviously, it's 1 week and it's a little bit of an overreaction, but we'll see what happens. I think that this is a year, like you said, you can make your mark. You don't have to necessarily be the greatest team ever created. You just have to go out there and hit at the right time. I think that's going to be very important for this off season, or excuse me, for this actual season, is hitting at the right time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm on one. I'm on one today. I'm on one today, Joe. You my
I gotta
dog.
find the comment
So
down.
this is D-Town Tex G because he always be talking trash too. So I'm gonna talk to you too. He says your role is the Cowboys Grinch, BGJ. Here it is. Guess what? You're a mean one. You're the Grinch. My stepdaughter, she did this for me because she says I'm a Grinch too, and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with
That's
us Cowboys
hilarious.
fans disagreeing. You're right. There's nothing wrong with you Cowboys disagreeing. And I won't block you because of that. But you're not going to about my dog Joe. So D-Town Tex, I am the Cowboys Grinch. You're right. 27 years says I'm allowed to be the Cowboys Grinch. So before you get to talking trash to me, 27 years allows me to be the Cowboys Grinch. Cowboys that had tons of playoffs, winning streaks, 2014, 2016, 2018, 21. Winning streaks. I want to see winning streaks in the playoffs. So, yes, I'm going to be the Cowboys Grinch. Thank you. I'm going to wear that proudly. I'm going to have her make a Cowboys Grinch photo just for you. So whenever you jump in here, I'm gonna yeah, she drew that. That was a great drawing. She's a great artist.
Yeah.
She's a great artist. And I'm going to pose that every time you jump in my feed. I'm going to show you I'm the Cowboys Grinch because you're right. I won a Super Bowl. This team has had a lot of good teams that should have made it, and I don't like that. So, yes, I will wear the Cowboys Grinch. I know I might be tripping today, Joe, but I don't care. It's just how I feel.
It's football season. That's how we're supposed to. You're supposed to have that pass. At the end of the day, I think a lot of people confuse like hating or being negative with just being honest on what you see. Like it, I never understood why people get so like in their feelings about people not saying my team's gonna win 17 games. Like that's what you want, but it gets boring like faking some positivity on YouTube just to fake it on YouTube. I don't know. I think it's weird, but hey, to each their own. If they want to be they want to be extra optimistic, I ain't mad at it. I love it. I like it if you love it. You got another super chat, $2. He says, "Preach." I like that.
Preach, BGJ. I appreciate you, Lord. Know with the 199 holla. Hey, I can only keep it real here. You know what? That's just the way I do. I can only say it the way I say it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to have no filter with it. I don't care. First of all, on this show, you're not disrespecting my dog. We're going to always keep it clean up in here, no matter what. Philly fans, Cowboys fans, we all going to be respectful. I would think that Joe would do the same thing if you going ham on Big Game James talking crazy. He going to block your ass. So the same thing is going to happen here. We're going to always keep it clean here in this feed the whole year. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to talk trash to each other, but it's going to be good and fun. When you're talking about shutting up and get out of here and all that respectful stuff, you're going to be blocked. And that's what I'm just letting y'all know in this feed. You're not going to disrespect my homie Joe, and y'all not going to disrespect me from my end. And I just want to let y'all know that. Thank you.
Facts, yeah. Vice versa. We've said that from the jump. We're gonna try and keep it. We might go at each other's neck.
We're gonna go at each other's neck, but it's good. That's my brother.
It's all love.
We're brothers.
Yeah,
and we color.
I need somebody to like extend that. Make like a whole song.
Give me a high five.
Make it like a nice little 3-minute song. I love it. Let me ask you a question, and I want to ask the whole chat this as well for their respective team. Okay. Obviously, we got 130 people in here, more than 130 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe on both sides. But I want to ask a question. If you're an Eagles fan, if you're a Cowboys fan, answer for your respective team. If you guys win, who do you think is the reason for it? And vice versa, if your team loses, who would you think would be the reason for it, or what group would be the reason for it? So, James, I'll let you answer first, and then I'll answer too.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the reason why we win is Cavante Turpin. You know, me and you just talked, Joe, about the Dante Hall thing, and how he said he would say he's his closest comparison. I said he was my comparison as well. I said, this is where I feel like if they really utilize Cavante Turpin, if he really gets off in the run game, I mean in the return game, if they use him as a receiver in spot duty, I feel like they really need to highlight him. If they can highlight him and his speed, it can be the difference in this game. So I'm gonna say jump out there and say Cavante Turpin. We already know about the defense, but Cavante Turpin, let him get some big return yards, throw him in the offense, get him in some plays. He's going to be the difference. Where we may lose, I feel like the offense not being out there on the preseason, Joe, not being out there, coinciding, because you, like I said, you had a CeeDee Lamb, right? You don't have a number 2. You have a Noah Brown. You have a Simi Fehoko, Dennis Houston. You don't know Jalen Tolbert, Cavante Turpin. You don't know if you have a number 2. So the way they lose, they can't score points. Okay, the offensive line is retooled. Tyler Smith is starting at left tackle. He's never started at left tackle. He didn't get any reps. He's going against Barrett from Tampa Bay. He's going to have some problems. So that could be the detriment. So the way we lose, we don't score any points. The way we win, highlight Cavante Turpin. He turns up and gets the game.
Yeah, I respect that. And see, that's what I was saying in the beginning. We were yelling, and that's what I said in the beginning. That's why y'all gonna get blown out, because y'all can't.
We ain't getting blown out.
See, now we came to our
We're not
agreement, James. And
damn well
what
we
Best
ain't
of
getting
Enemies
blown
is all
out.
about.
We ain't, because Tampa Bay ain't even that same team it was 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl, and you know that, and I know that.
If it was in Tampa, I would feel more confident saying you guys are gonna get
right, but
we it's gonna be a good game. I do think it's gonna be
because we in
game,
Dallas.
I still think you'll lose. I think you'll lose by like 3-6, maybe. So maybe a little bit more, maybe 10 at the most. But I don't think it'll be a blowout.
2017 Cowboys win. 2017 Cowboys win.
It's gonna be interesting. I got the Eagles winning.
I'm calling
30-13. That's my record prediction.
Okay.
Quote unquote.
That you know what, that sounds kind of realistic. I'm hoping the Lions can upset y'all, but that sounds realistic. But 2017 for the Cowboys, that sounds realistic for me too.
Not to me. But so for the Eagles, if we're to win, if the Eagles are to win, it's most likely, in my opinion, going to be because of the defense. Like, I think that on paper and on the playing, you're going to see a lot of defensive plays because of the injuries that we talked about on the offensive side. If we do win, I think that, Jalen Hurts is going to have to handle the ball. He's going to have to take care of the ball. I think that we'll be a running team. Last year, we beat them by like damn near 40, and we ran all over them. We only passed the ball, I think, 14 times against them last year. So I don't see why there's a reason to not continue that trend. I think that we'll run a lot on them this year. They're hurt at a lot of spots. So, I think that we'll be able to score a lot on them, but I think it'll be methodic. I don't think that it'll be, 21 points in the first quarter and 30 points in the, second quarter. I think it'll be methodic scoring and long drives. If we lose, it's probably going to be on Jalen Hurts. I'm going to be 100% honest, because I really can't see. This defense has it, unless the defense is just absolutely garbage, but I can't see it because last year they did fine and they were worse. This is not a great offensive unit, and at that they even lost more players. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I think that if we lose, it's going to probably be on Jalen Hurts not making the most out of this offense, out of these offensive weapons. You can maybe go deeper and say Shane Steichen, who's now taken over at offensive play caller, maybe he has a bad game, but that's where it really comes down to, this offense just taking advantage of the field position that they'll probably get from the defensive, making big plays, and they need to go out there and score. So I kind of echo the same sentiment that if we don't win, it's probably because we don't score enough points. You know what I'm saying? We just don't go out there and play good enough offensive football. But I really don't see many ways that we lose this game. If we lose this game,
it'd be a super upset. You guys have to play really bad. It has to be a lot of penalties, turnovers. Has to just be one of those weird games. hyping you guys up, but I just feel like Detroit is going to be a better team. I feel like Detroit is going to be a better team this year. I like the makeup of their team. I like the makeup of their coach. But they still have a lot of holes in their team on offense and defense. So for them to win, the other team really has to play bad more than them playing great. The other team has to play bad. So the only way I really see the Eagles kind of really losing, like you said, Jalen Hurts throwing like 3 interceptions in the game, a lot of penalties in the game, turnovers in the game. They getting big turnovers and getting, the ball in their possession, and they're on your own 20-yard line. You get what I'm saying? It has to be one of those type of things. I just don't see the Detroit Lions taking it down the field methodically and scoring points just like that. I feel like it has to be more of a penalty field game and turnovers from your side for them really to take a hold of that and really win the game, just in my opinion.
Yeah, and Denk, shout out to Denk Burrito in the chat, says that, they were better than they were last year, than their record showed last year, which I agree. They did not show up against the Eagles, and they might feel some type of way about that. So this could be very easily a trap game, very easily. You know what I'm saying? If the Eagles overlook this team. So I'm assuming that they don't. I'm assuming that they won't, and I think that we'll go out there and
I don't feel like they will. I don't feel like, because I feel like you just said right there, that's the key. I feel like you don't have the luxury to do that. Your fans are on 1,000. Your front office is on 1,000. So with all those additions, to start out with a flop to Detroit Lions, people already start talking in the streets. Yeah. You don't think, Joe?
Facts. Yeah, they definitely are. If we lose this game, all heck is gonna break loose in Philadelphia. We are gonna be talking so
big trash. Oh my God, they're gonna be talking big trash. Questions. So y'all have to come in there. And even I feel like even if y'all really good, there's still gonna be talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Areas. Yeah, there's gonna be certain areas that we're gonna analyze this game probably more than any other first game that we have in a while, because like we've said, there's so many question marks, and there's like I know me at least. I'm not gonna answer for everybody, but once that all 22 drops, I'm looking at everybody that wasn't even involved in the plays. I want to see where they got Quez at. I want to see where they got this guy at. How are they, using people as decoys? Like, there's so many question marks when you have this many new players. So I'm excited. But those are the good things. I haven't been able to do that in a while. We haven't had a great offensive. On paper, at least, you haven't had those AJ Browns. You haven't had those Devontae Smiths. Those big top tier guys. So this year,
do me a favor.
A lot of questions.
Do me a favor, dog. Keep holding it down. I got to use the restroom right quick.
Oh, you good? But yeah, I think that the Eagles, man. I think the Eagles have every potential to be a team that goes out there and wins some playoff games, and that's all the Eagles fans should really want. If I'm being 100% honest, that's all the Eagles fans should really want. Let's see what y'all talking. Y'all talking some junk again? Let's see who we got talking. We got D-Town Tech says Philly will lose easy games and win against the best team, so don't be surprised if the Lions win. I don't see that happening. Now, last year we won the games we were supposed to. If we can win the games we're supposed to and steal a couple games along the way, then you're looking at a 10, 11, 12 win team possibly. How many Devontae Smith and AJ Browns are there? There's not many out there. They're not many out there.
Okay, I'm back. The alcohol.
Should be interested.
The alcohol is running right through me, Joe. Woo! The alcohol is running right through me. Yeah, I'm drinking right for the game. Let's go. Y'all drinking out there too.
You got to. I'm about to get my drink on in a couple of minutes. We got 25 minutes left till the Eagles go out there and start their dominance.
So let me before we get up off here, Joe. What happens if the Cowboys sweep y'all this year? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
What happens if y'all done? If we done, I'll answer it, but you got to.
We ain't tripping if y'all sweep us.
Yes, y'all are. If we sweep y'all,
you ain't sweeping us. You know it damn well y'all ain't sweeping us.
James,
see, I feel like you're lying. You know in your heart you ain't sweeping us.
If y'all sweep, y'all not sweeping us. Y'all not sweeping us, and I do think we will sweep y'all. But when we've
been sweeping you. We've been sweeping you.
1 week. This 1 year. You won 3 in a row. One of them was against all our backups. Come on, James. Come on, man. I'll give you 2 or 3. 2 was real games, and then another game you put all your ones out against our backups when the game didn't matter. We all know that. Let's be real. We all know that.
Okay, well, I ain't counting the last game. But when Jalen Hurts had his chance to shine, he choked it.
He definitely did. He definitely choked. I mean, it is what it is. But if we get swept to y'all, there's a lot of questions to answer.
A lot of
changes are gonna be made. But we're not
not
gonna just change things up and rebuild. That's not what we do. We're gonna fix the problem. We're gonna move forward. If we sweep y'all, full rebuild for the Dallas Cowboys.
It's not. It ain't no full rebuild if y'all sweeping us. Stop it.
Y'all already talking about letting your left
y'all
tackle
gonna be
retire.
Y'all gonna be okay, but he's been there how long? You talking about Kelsey, your center retiring? Get his ass on out of here, old ass. He just
we have a backup plan for him. Y'all scared about him getting retired. Y'all have no backup plan for your left tackle. We have a backup plan for Kelsey.
Tyler Smith was a left tackle at Tulsa. Yes, he is a backup plan. They put him at guard because Aaron Smith already there. So he was already going to be the left tackle. So yes, we did have a backup plan. So stop that.
He's a project.
You just
player.
don't get swept.
He was a project player.
Okay, but what about your guys? Okay, what about your guys? Okay, but
Cam Jurgens is ready to go right now. If God forbid anything, I'm knocking on wood right now. If anything happens to Kelsey,
you hoping Cam Jurgens is ready right now. You're hoping Cam Jurgens ready. He's a rookie. You don't know he's ready right. He's a rookie. He ain't never seen regular season. Okay, and was he great last year? Was he great last year? Was he great last year?
Cam Jurgens?
Dickerson?
No, yeah, Dickerson was great last year. Dickerson was amazing last year.
Okay.
Amazing.
I don't know all that.
It was amazing, but he was.
You are stretching. He was good.
Maybe amazing was stretching it, but great. He was great.
Yeah, you are. You stretching with amazing. He was good.
But James,
now Cam Jurgens, we ain't seen none of him.
I got 20 minutes. minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna let you
I'm
go.
about to light up the grill. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's that time.
Let's go. It's that time. He got to get to his game, y'all. So
you know
let's go ahead. We're brothers.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But no, yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. This was fun. We gonna keep this going. Do you have anything you want to say before
Joe,
we get out of here?
anything he said today, just so y'all know, Joe didn't believe anything he said today. That's just that Philly talk.
Stop it. Marcus says they wiped all 22 off NFL Plus. Nah, they still have it. You just can't use it.
No, they still got it.
They still have it. It's the $10 plan. Because I definitely checked that. And they have it like the next day.
I checked all that because that came out of my
if
account. Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to cuss. That stuff came out of my account. So I know they improved it because I checked all of it when they came out of my account when they hit me with the charge. Bing.
Yep. I ain't even mad at it this year. I know it's a little bit off topic.
I like it. I think it's not bad. It's better than last year's.
More user friendly.
Last year's was trash.
It was unusable.
Oh my God.
If I'm being real, it was unusable.
It is because all it did
was terrible.
It was skip. It froze. It was trash. Honestly, Joe, they should have never touched it from the original. The original was the best ever, Joe.
You could get to every single play.
Every single play. There was never a skip. It's not. The original was the best because you could go to specific. There was no spin. There was no. Oh my God! You know what I think it is, Joe? It's them newfangled. They probably had those older people that were doing it. They brought in those new young whippersnappers that are 19 and 20 years old. Who want to make it up? Let's do this, and make more improvements. And they glitched everything up and messed everything up. That's you young whippersnappers want to mess it up. Leave the old school alone because the old school had the all 22.
We knew what we were doing.
Banging.
Yeah, I miss it, man. I miss it. But hopefully they go back. But either way, yeah, they still got all 22. And I can't wait to watch that so I could break down how the Eagles are about to take over the East. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Be sure to get your popcorn because the Eagles about to be on, y'all.
Popcorn ready.
Get that.
Oh, gosh. Let's watch you guys. Hey, and if these Eagles get upset, woo, I'm tagging Joe.
It ain't gonna happen. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna definitely talk about it next week. So, but other than that, y'all know what it is, man. That's James. I'm Joe, and we are the best of enemies. Peace.